IndraSnet is how interconnected we are, and every thought, every action, everything that you do is going to have a ripple effect out into the universe. So it's like IndraSnet is basically that grid that I was shown around the earth, because everything is connected through IndraSnet. So it's an old Buddhist teaching, IndraSnet. But everything, we are, like a mirror to everybody else. So we are connected now because we're sitting here talking. So everybody that I'm sort of connected to them through you, right? Your family, because I know you. So in quantum physics, we know that, if one of the pairs go off, then the other pairs that they used to be connected to are also connected now, and that's like you and I met, but now you're connected via me to my children or to my friends, to my dog that's sleeping in the basket next to me, right? So because we're all connected through quantum entanglement, right? And that's, it's all exciting because we're learning more and more about how everything is connected. But ultimately, when you look at the world through this lens, we also understand how interconnected we are with where we came from, how were you raised by your mom and dad. All right, we'll talk a little bit about the ancestral part, where you were raised a certain way by your mother, but the way you were raised, let's say you have 5 siblings, all of these kids in your family all had a different mother, even though it was the same mother physically. But that mother was in a different place when she had each of those 5 children, right? So let's say she has her first child when she's 19. She's young, she might be poor, she's running away from home, she's get kicked out of the house because she got pregnant, right? Then she finds somebody else. She has another child when she's 23. She has another child when she's 25. And then she gets married, she gets a job, she gets an education. She has 2 more kids 10 years later. She is a completely different mother for all of those kids because she is in a different developmental stage herself. So that's going to impact who you are, right, as a child. And that's why you often hear in families, my sister, one child loves mom, the next child hates mom. Because the mom was a different person. And then you're dealing with the personality of each person as well. But we do inherit things from our mom. And a lot of the issues that we struggle with during our life comes from mom. So the way we were raised, the way we were treated, the issues that she might not have been able to resolve during her life, well, whatever was sort of swept under the carpet, that's what comes back. That's what gets passed down. All the traumatic experiences or things she wasn't able to resolve, that's going to get passed down to the next generation. And it's subconscious. So, our conscious mind is like the tip of the iceberg, and then the subconscious is that big mountain underneath the water, right? So the subconscious mind tunes into all of these things as we grow up, and we know, many times with, mom says we don't talk about grandpa, we don't talk about this person. We know that there's an issue there, right? Every family has people that we don't talk about, I swear. Because even people say, oh, I came from a really loving family. I love my mom, I love my dad. They were like perfect. I already know that you have a mother wound, because there's just different layers to that mother wound, right? If you think that your mom was perfect, I used to say that myself, so I totally get it. Because there's certain things that happen. I've had many clients say, we're like a Leave It to Beaver family. Like, I love my mom. I don't have a mother wound. And I'm like, okay, tell me about your relationship with your partner. Do you feel seen and heard by your partner, or do you feel like you're doing everything? Oh, well, my partner's really nice and everything, but yeah, no, he doesn't really see me, or he doesn't really hear me. And of course, yeah, I do most of the chores, and there's no division of labor or anything like that. Well, how were you raised? How did you earn your love from your mother when you were a child? Right. And so now the wheels start turning, and they say, well, you know, I would set the table, I would help with the dishes, I would clean my room, I would do all these different chores, right? You earn the love from your mother through the the tasks that you did. Some people will say, I got a good grade in school. If I didn't get a good grade, then I wouldn't get the love. So when we start taking a look at, how did we earn that love? Because a child loves the parent unconditionally, whether they like, whether it's a nice parent or not a nice parent. The child is dependent on that parent. You're 2 years old. You want to go to sleep, and you want to get some food, and you want to get some love. But so we have unconditional love for our parents, even if they're not nice. And it's that unconditional love that will do anything for the parent to earn the love, to get the love. And so a child figures out what to do in all these different situations to get that love and support that they need. So then we grow up, right? And we have so many different issues, right? People struggle with anxiety, not feeling seen and heard. They could be OCD, it could be physical disease, it could be alcohol, any kind of addiction. Almost any struggles we have, the first thing you do is you look at, where did you come from? Who was your mom? Because a lot of our issues, even, we have problems, we have relationship problems, they go back to mom. What was mom's problem, or what was it that she couldn't resolve, and now we're carrying some of that burden typically.
Hey there, Inspired Evolutionary. If you absolutely love this, well then here's a full conversation with this guest on the Inspired Evolution podcast. Check it out now.